Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lions Den with another news and commentary. You know, this is really some BS that we're seeing. This incident happened in Atlanta, Georgia. Teen shot and killed after knocking on the wrong apartment door, police says. And this article comes from WSB TV in Atlanta. It says family and friends of a teenager shot and killed after he mistakenly knocked on the wrong door, a wrong apartment door, are sharing their grief and anger about his senseless death. Amarion Banks, 19, was killed early Friday morning at the Retreat apartment complex on Felburn Road by a man in another apartment. Daryl Burns, 32, shot Banks from his balcony, police says. This is sick, but I'm gonna get into it in a second. It says, according to police, Banks got a ride home in a Lyft and was dropped off near the wrong breezeway around 12:30 a.m. on Friday. Police says Banks and his girlfriend had just moved to an apartment, and Banks wasn't familiar with the area. He went to what he thought was his apartment, upstairs and to the left, but he was at the wrong door. Banks was using FaceTime to talk with his girlfriend when he knocked on the door. Shortly after, he began to walk away from the door. That's when police said the man inside, Burns, grabbed a gun and went onto his balcony to confront Banks. Police said after a short conversation, Burns shot the teenager. I heard him say, "Sorry, I'm at the wrong house." Then the man, you said, "No, you're not, N-word. You at the right house." And he shot two more times, Banks' girlfriend told Channel 2 Stephen Gilbach the morning the shooting happened. I'm going to stop you right there. So let me get this right. This idiot decided to be a vigilante, shot and killed an innocent teenager, all because he was at the wrong apartment. What kind of idiot is he? And obviously, it's showing that he basically can care less, because if he would have asked him what's going on, the teenager even admitted he apologized that he was at the wrong house, and this idiot killed him anyway. Let me go on with this. It says another witness told a similar story. I see him running around the corner, and all you can hear him say is, I am sorry, it was the wrong door," a neighbor told Channel 2 Lauren Posen. He says, you ain't come to the wrong house, and shot him a third time. I saw him drop to the ground. Now, the teenager did apologize. He said, I was at the wrong house. And this idiot who wants to be a vigilante said, no, you at the right house, and shot him anyway. Channel 2's Michael Seaton talked to Banks' girlfriend, Zachariah Mathis, the day after the shooting about the pain she felt since it happened. Mathis told Seaton that she sent a lift to pick up Omarion, who had been hanging out with his mother. He got in the lift, and at 12:26 a.m., Mathis says, that's when he called me and said, open the door, and that was the last conversation we had. Mathis says she started to worry when she didn't hear a knock on the door, so she walked outside onto the front porch on her unit. I just heard faint voices and a gunshot, and then I heard him yell, Mathis says. Mathis says she ran down the stairs, but when she got to the parking lot, Banks was already dying. I turned him over, Mathis says. He was moaning and groaning, and he had tears in his eyes, and he was just bleeding. Channel 2's Michael Seaton also spoke to Banks' mom, Lisa Johnson, after what she says was the senseless act of violence that took her son's life. I am having a hard time understanding that someone could be that mean and hurt a child, Johnson said. Stop and think before you pull the trigger, Johnson said. A GoFundMe page for Banks' family. Johnson said Banks, an aspiring musician, had just landed a new job. He loved life, he loved living, he loved his family, Johnson said. Johnson hopes Omarion's death wakes people up to how precious life really is. It's no joke, You could be here today and gone tomorrow, Johnson says. Stop and think before you pull the trigger. That's the end of the article. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy wants to be a vigilante, a madman. And the kid already told him he's sorry that he was at the wrong apartment. And so he said, no, you're not at the wrong apartment. You at the right apartment. Bang, bang, he's dead. This guy is really showing that he basically can carry somebody else's life. Now, he was talking to his girlfriend. And I'm going to go ahead and play this news clipping in a second. But he was talking to his girlfriend on his FaceTime. And all of a sudden, she sent him a lift just to try to pick him up. And the guy, and thinking that this was his apartment, and all of a sudden, no, you in the right apartment. Killed this young man. And it reminds me of it reminds me of McBride case. Remember in Michigan that she was in the wrong house and somebody killed her? You know, this is just ridiculous, guys. And I'm telling you, I hope he stays in jail for a long time. Because this, to me, this is senseless. He admitted, he said he was sorry, he was in his wrong apartment, but this guy can care less. He'd rather pull the trigger than accept somebody's apology. Ridiculous. Leave a comment, tell me what you think. Like, click subscribe my YouTube channel, and click the notification bell for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions Day. Oh, I forgot to play this news clipping. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this new clipping. And remember, YouTube, that reaction will not show you the video, but you will hear the audio of this story. This is a sad, tragic story. So here it is.
Keeps you up to speed. Live reports at 5. Keeps you up to speed. Keeps you up to speed. Live reports at 5. In the action.
We just got to this breaking news.
His car went flying right through that storefront. Investigations at 5. Digging deeper.
Once those suspects got inside,
He had the death flying right through that storefront.
Sorry, everybody. This story's coming up in a minute. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have some technical difficulties playing the video, but I'm just going to go ahead and finish this commentary. This guy need to be charged. He need to be arrested in jail for this crime. And I'm telling you, he wants to act big and bad, all because a teenager was knocking on his door mistakenly. And he killed this teen, which is ridiculous. And he always trying to be, quote unquote, a vigilante or act all big and bad. So my thoughts and prayers go to the family, because this to me is really a tragic, it's a senseless, and I hope this guy that killed him will spend the rest of his life in prison. Leave a comment, tell me what you think, like, click, subscribe, and click the notification bell for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.